texting each other right now?
Megan's got a beer.
Yes.
Ashlyn's got a cap. Oh, you guys. Ashlyn's got lube for her lips.
Ashlyn,
No, absolutely.
Ashlyn,
Yeah.
are you doing sober quarantine?
Am I what?
Are you sober during quarantine?
All good, Maddie.
Are we live?
You're good to go right now.
Okay. Hey, everyone. What's happening? Happy Monday or whatever day it is. Am I right, guys? This is the Laugh Hard virtual comedy show, but everyone on the show is so good, you'll feel like you're in a comedy club in Manhattan. So my name is Maddie Smith. We have an amazing lineup. I'll be hosting. I'll be bringing everyone up. Before we get started, I wanted to let you know that our Venmo is at Talk Hard. We already received $4 million, which is our biggest night of the year so far out of 2 shows. So we're really excited. If you could Venmo us, a lot of people are out of work. I know Stuart was working somewhere. Megan was, I don't know. I think we've all had jobs. Okay, anyway. And Daphne and Megan, I think, are in the same room right now, but they don't want us to know because and they're just like, pretend that you're distancing. Ashlyn is inside of a barn. So this is going to be great. We're going to have an amazing show. I'll tell a couple jokes that no one here has heard before. Never heard before, and then we'll get the show started. So just give a round of applause for being here. Okay, Ashlyn, clap, Sarah, clap, Daphne, I need you to clap so we can have some unity here. Oh my gosh, thank you. Okay, now you can stop clapping. It's too distracting. My name is Maddie. I turned 28 recently. I feel like it's a good age because my body's getting a little weaker with every year that I get older, which means my tolerance for alcohol is at an all-time low. What's up? Yeah, what up, again? Sorry, I had some cough syrup before the Zoom. It's just weird. I never thought it'd happen because I'm from Buffalo, and when you live in Buffalo, you have to black out to be happy. That's what my mom told me in kindergarten, and it's crazy. Like in college, I used to drink and drive, but it's not like that anymore, right? Now I'll drink once a month, go to a party. All it takes is a sip of wine for me to be like, hello, announcement, motherfuckers. I want to make out with someone, and I lock the doors. Let's make it happen. And my mom's like, it's a family party. And I'm like, well, Mom, my cousin Andrew's looking pretty good. And she's like, that's your Uncle Chris. Drink a lot around. Do you guys drink a lot around family? You have to, right? To numb the pain. Like without any alcohol, I can't look my mom in the eyes, but 2 glasses of wine, I'm like, so what's sex with dad like? Family is the opposite of therapy. I don't know if you guys go to therapy, but it's like you can talk about anything you want there. Like, I don't know. I started going to therapy 2 years ago. I ran out of stuff to talk about because I'm a white woman. My only problem is, do people like me? And I found out they don't. I just kept going. And so now when I go to therapy, I just like try material on her just to see what she'll say, right? Like the other day I went to therapy and I was like, listen, I ate a person. Fix that, bitch. And Carol was just like, well, we all get hungry sometimes. Maddie, are you hungry? Meanwhile, on Christmas, I tried to come out to my family as a vegetarian, and my mom was like, we don't even know you anymore. My dad was like, you're not part of this family. And I was like, well, I just made out with my cousin Andrew, so I might be again soon. All back. Yeah. Structurally sounds jokes for all of you out there. I'll do one more and then we'll bring up our first comedian. Like I said, our Venmo is Talk Hard, okay? And you know what? I don't even have to show my tits to get money. The crazy thing about quarantine, it actually showcases my real talents instead of, you know, the only person who's ever paid me is oh man, I was in the middle of that wallet joke before, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Should I do it again? I should do that one again.
Yeah.
So, if you guys don't know, my boyfriend makes a lot more money than me. Okay, highly recommend Susan B. Anthony suck my dick. Okay. It's an awesome lifestyle to have someone who makes more money than you. You can really just go crazy. I order 10 entrees for one. It's awesome. But you have to kind of play it cool when you date someone who makes more money than you. Like whenever we go to a restaurant, you guys remember restaurants? It's like this weird thing with coronavirus where there's people and they serve you food and that everyone's laughing and smiling. Whenever we go to a restaurant and the bill comes, I have to pretend like I want to pay the bill, okay? Have you guys ever done the fake reach for the wallet, which is when the bill comes and you go, wait, let me, and you reach down for the wallet, and if he doesn't see you, you have to go down again. Wait, let me, then it becomes a dance move. Pay the bill. Pay the bill. Pay the bill. Until finally he says, don't worry, I got it. Boom, you're covered. I've saved so much money by doing this, and you know what? I don't care. Because guys do the same thing during sex, right? After they come, they're like, wait, let me, and you're like, nah, don't worry about it. You'll get me next time. You probably won't, because I'm on Lexapro. Okay, an amazing show for you guys tonight. Who's ready to kick this off? Yeah, we got Megan's tiny head. We got Daphne and Floral. Stuart in all yellow. Absolutely love. So good. Sarah has blue hair. I've never been more excited. And your first comedian, I don't even need to describe her because you love her. She is a talk hard veteran, and she's a laugh hard board member. I have known her since she was in diapers, which was 3 years ago. You're gonna love her. You see her all over the city. Give it up for Maggie Lally.
Oh my god! Hey guys!
Woo!
Maggie! This is crazy. Wow! Another Monday. So excited to be here. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love the quarantine. It's like saving my life. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me. I'm hoping for a second wave of the virus. That would be great. That would be great. Yeah, I just feel like I'm thriving. And you know, here's the thing. I've been reading a lot, and I'm like learning that I finally realized what my favorite book is, and it is called My Journal. Great stuff. I'm like, wow, this should be published. Yeah, I keep rereading my journal, and I'm like just exploring all my emotions. I write a lot about social media, how much I hate it. It's like killing me. You know what I mean? That said, I do have 4 fake Instagrams and 4 fake Twitters just to like my own posts. You know what I'm saying? So I have that, and they're not really that subtle either. Like one of them is called Maggie Lally. So it's I'm pretty out there with it. Yeah, I also comment on my Instagrams. I'm like, ha ha ha, this is so great, using my fake Instagram. So that goes well. I also have personas for some of the Instagrams. Like one is me wearing a blue wig. Who's about pizza. Anyway, that character is called Ruth. Anyway, okay. Let's see. I've been thinking about my family. My dad, growing up, okay. When I was growing up, I slept in my parents' room until I was 12. I know what you're thinking. Appropriate. And I slept in my parents' room, and my dad would have these crazy nightmares every night, and he would like yell in his sleep. He'd be like, "Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!" And I was like, "Oh my god, this is so scary. Do I live in an abusive household?" And one time, this is really dark, but he punched my mom in the face. Okay, I know you guys are thinking appropriate, but he was sleeping. He was sleeping. Anyway, and so he would be like, shut up, and then my mom would be like, you shut up. Anyway, what am I talking about? This is all material. But anyway, one time I was like, Dad, what are you dreaming about? And he just looked down like in shame, and he was like, cowboys and Indians. So I was like, wow, so you're insane and you're also racist. Very nice. This is pretty dark. Okay. I think my sister-in-law hates me. I don't know. She never looks at me when I speak. What do you guys think? Is that crazy? I'm just kind of intuitive. I don't know. Are you out there? I hope she's not watching. Oh God. I lie a lot. Yeah, I lie a lot about, like, do you guys ever lie at parties? You know what I mean? When people is like, what do you do for a living? And you're like, I don't want to be like, oh, I do musical improv and, you know, I'm on unemployment. I can't say that, you know. Instead, I'm always like, oh, you know, I'm in a graduate program at Columbia University for Jewish studies. That's my lie that I go to. And they're all like, why? And I'm like, I don't know. I've just had sex with a lot of Jews and I'm interested in it. Yeah, this is weird material. How are the YouTube comments?
Awesome.
They're like,
saying, oh, we love her. She's crushing.
Yeah.
Lies. Okay. So anyway, I once said, you guys know the trip Birthright?
Yeah.
You know that, like, when you go to Israel before you're 20.
Yeah.
So anyway, I applied to Birthright, even though I'm not Jewish, because I wanted a free trip to Israel. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I applied when I was like 24, and my full name is Mary Margaret Lally, and they were like, you're very clearly not Jewish. And I was like, that's just not true. Please take me to Israel. It's not fair. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of thrillers in the quarantine. And then I read like a history book, and it was like about a genocide, and it like straight up told me right away. It was like, it was the British who did it. And I was like, how about some mystery, you know? I'm like, little whodunit, right? I'm like, yeah, some red herrings. Okay. This is all new. It's obvious. Okay. I went to this bookstore, and I was like, this book caught my eye. This was before quarantine, obviously. This book caught my eye, and it was called The Incest Diary. And I was like, what could this be about? So I picked it up, and I was like, hooked right away. And then I went to buy it, and the store clerk was like, you're gonna fucking love this book. Already loving it. And he's like, oh, check this out. There's another book that you should read also about incest. Because if you love a woman fucking her brother, you will love a woman fucking her father. Is this too much? Anyway, I bought them both. And then I read them at an Italian restaurant alone. Awesome night. Let's see. I used to do a lot of improv, but I had to quit because I hate listening. Yeah, I hate it. Anyway, do you guys ever like recycle bits that you do in different relationships? Like, I do the same bit in every relationship. I play hide and seek in bed, where the guy is like, "Where's Maggie? Where's Maggie?" And then he finds me, and I come. Anyway, yeah. Okay. I think I'm bombing, but it's okay. It's like, it's fine. I used to call my boyfriend mommy by accident. Has anyone ever done that? I'd be like, I love you, Mom. I mean, Brad. It's just like very comforting, you know? One time a guy was like, he was like, Maggie, I'm really attracted to you because you're so unstable. That was like what he was into. And I was like, oh my God, that's great. Yeah, your girlfriend seems really boring and like stable. And I was like, you should date me. I'm crazy. Anyway, I think I'm going to end it, even though this was pretty bad. But we're going to move on, and it's okay. You guys have a great show. Enjoy the rest of the show. Bye.
Lally, everybody. Oh my gosh. Maggie, where can we find you? Where?
Oh, Mags Lals.
MAGSLALS on Instagram and Twitter.
That's it.
Fire feeds, both of them, and she has at least 4 likes per post. We know that now. That's good stuff. Thank you, Maggie. Well, guys, we're going to keep the show going. I think the YouTube comments are exploding, and our Venmo is Talk Hard. If you don't Venmo us, you hate women. I absolutely love your next comedian. She's also on the board of Laugh Hard, which is huge, which is amazing. And she has a famous painting behind her, and it's original. And I'm going to leave that up to her if she wants to mention it. Guys, what up, Sarah Garner?
Thanks, guys. What's up, everyone? Yeah, I did this in quarantine. You know what I mean? I'm just like now a painter, developing all these skills.
On the board of
No, I I didn't do this. I bought this with money that I no longer have. So that's great. That's fun. I'm doing fine. I'm doing great. I'm staying positive. I'm eating spicy food just to like feel something, you know. That's great. I don't know. It's like it's hard. I've never been like home this much and for this long of a period of time, and it just like gives you a lot of time for like self-reflection and like to try to grow as a person and stuff. And I don't know. I wanted to do a lot of things in 2020, but like grow as a person wasn't one of them. Oh God, I sucked before this. I'm probably still gonna suck after this. Oh my God, I don't know. Like being better wasn't on my vision board. You know what I mean? So that's great. That's good. I'm quarantining with my girlfriend. You guys, you read the haircut right. Here she is. Okay, fun. Like both, but whatever. I'm quarantining with my girlfriend. Oh wow. If anybody else is doing this, it is a treat. No, it's actually I think it's great, honestly, and I'm expecting a lot of lesbian relationships to come out of this quarantine. Like I want every single girl who's quarantining with a female roommate, like discover that they're secretly a lesbian and come out of this in love and get married. I'm gonna go to all the lesbian weddings after this. That's what I want to happen. It's like my girlfriend and I, we've only been together for like 6 months, and 2 of them have been in quarantine. So that's special. We like it's okay, but so I think it's different for us because we were best friends for 4 years before we started dating, and we just like looked at each other one day. We're like, oh my God, we're gay, right? And then we're like, oh my God, we're gay for each other. Okay. And then we got really high about it. You know what I mean? Like that's the logical next step. But so it's like, so it's not as weird, you know what I mean? Because we knew each other already. If you've never, has anybody ever like fucked their best friend? Is that anything anybody has ever done? Dude, if you've never done it, I highly recommend it. Okay. Dude, 5 out of 5 stars so far, you know? Even after 2 months of quarantine, right? 5 out of 5, it is the shit, right? I feel like fucking your best friend it feels like it probably felt for the first person who discovered that you can fry cheese. You know? Like let me take this thing that I love more than anything else, and I'm gonna do this other amazing thing to it, right? Also a little naughty, you know what I mean? That's fun. Waiting for everyone to come out of this gay. I'm just can't wait for you guys all to discover it. I found out I was I'm bisexual. You're like, all right, not fooling anybody. I found out I was bisexual. I guess you don't really find out, I guess, right? Like that's the inner work I was talking about, but I figured it out like pretty late in life. I'm 32 right now. Thank you so much. I look amazing. I put the touch-up thing on the Zoom, so I look a lot younger. than I actually am. I found out, I figured out I was bisexual like pretty late in life. I don't know, like I feel like it's different for people my age. I grew up in a small town in Ohio, and it wasn't like not progressive, right? Like it wasn't homophobic or anything. We just didn't talk about it, right? And so like gay wasn't really like a thing, you know? And now I think about, I like look at all these girls who are like under 25, and like now everybody's gay, like everybody's pansexual, everybody's bi, everybody's queer, right? Like it's just something everybody talks about. Have you like talked to women under 25? Like all these, like none of these bitches are straight, right? Like, you know, they're just like, I'm pansexual because like love is love, and like love is love, and just you love who you want, you know. You're like, I just asked you where the subway was. Like I don't understand. None of them, right? They all figured it out, right? That if they ever wanted to come, they had to be gay of some kind. But for me, like in my generation, in my small town in Ohio, it was different, you know? Like I thought since I had sex with men, that I couldn't also be queer, right? Like you were either gay or you were straight. Like you were either like slept with dudes or you were clothes that were slightly too big for you. There was no in between, you know? And so like girls my age, if you ever talk to them, we just have like the best friend that you're like very close with. We've got a string of those, right? Like, oh, this is my best friend, Susan. She's my soulmate. But tragically, we're like both straight. And you're like, bitch, how hard have you tried, you know? Right? Like, get some lube and a vibrator, maybe. Like, here we go. Get in there, you know? It's great. I feel like I figured out I was bisexual. It was kind of like when a white person does 23andMe and then like figures out that they're like 20% Mexican, you know? And they're like, oh, and I have always loved tamales. Except like in this case, tamales are actually girls' butts. Okay. That's me. That's great. I'll do one last one, and then all this like apocalypse stuff has me thinking about how I would be in the apocalypse, like how well I would do. And like I have an anxiety disorder. I have OCD. And when you have an anxiety disorder, if you don't know, like everything feels like the end of the world. And so in the apocalypse, dude, I'm gonna fucking crush, right? I'm gonna be so good at it, right? Everything's gonna be falling apart around everybody else, and I'm gonna walk in and I'm gonna be like, guys, no big deal. I've done this 12 times already, okay? This is fine. Just take a deep breath, stretch, center yourself. Everything's gonna be okay, okay? So happy to support anybody with that. Guys, great. Welcome to my living room, and give it up for Maggie, or for Maddie.
Yay, Sarah Garner, everybody. Lots of lesbians on the show, and it's awesome. Oh my gosh, what an amazing set. I'm having a great time. Are you guys having a great time? Woo! And of course, Sarah Garner can be found at Sarah Garner, right?
Sarah Meowvelis.
Sarah Meowvelis.
Yeah.
Her middle name is Meowvelis.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
The Christian name.
Check her out. And of course, if you loved Sarah, if you loved Maggie, if you love me, we have Venmo. Talk hard. You know why? Because we're talking hard. Really hard here. Okay? And you know who's going to talk hard? This next comedian. Are you guys ready? Are you guys nervous? You should be. She's a little ball of energy. You're going to love her. You can see her all over the city. You can see her headlining in Arkansas a year from now. Give it up for Stuart Fullerton.
Maybe I'll be headlining in Arkansas. Honestly, everything in Arkansas is just open now. Like they don't give one fuck. They're all just partying. My mama told me that that everyone in Arkansas that has coronavirus was just a prisoner. And I said, I think you heard that on Fox News. And she said, no, I heard it on Facebook. And I thought, okay, we're getting somewhere. What's up? How is everyone? Can you guys answer? Not really, no.
Yeah, we're good.
I'm great. I'm quarantining with my boyfriend right now, which was all fun and games until he found out that I had never watched an episode of The Sopranos. And now my quarantine is ruined. If I have to watch The Wire, I will hang myself in the shower. Yesterday was Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all. I know a lot of the women have cats here. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. I looked everywhere. I could not find a Mother's Day card that said, I wish you were Kris Jenner, you know? I looked everywhere. They were nowhere to be found. We can agree, Kris Jenner, we all wish our mom was Kris Jenner, right? I know everyone's like posting like bathing suit pics of their like hot mom. And I'm like, you wish she was Kris Jenner a little bit. Me and my mom don't get along at all. We're very opposite people. We don't get along because she's like really mean and cold, but also very poor. And I feel like if you're a mom, you should have to pick one or the other. You know what I mean? Like you can be like a rich mom who's mean or like a poor mom who hugs their kids, you know? With my mom, I'm like, if you're going to call me fat at dinner, you have to pay for the dinner. That's just the way it works, bitch. It's okay though, because she doesn't really like me either. I kind of torture her a lot. I did something horrible when quarantine had first started. It was April 1st, which I'm not sure if you guys are aware is April Fool's Day. And I thought it would be hilarious to call all my family members and tell them that I had coronavirus as an April Fool's prank. It went horribly, and apparently you're not supposed to do that. And April Fool's this year was canceled. But I called my mom and told her, and it's actually good to do this. I actually highly recommend if you guys want to keep your family members on their toes, I would call them and tell them that you have coronavirus just to see what their strategy is. Because for me, my mom's strategy was like, oh, okay. And she didn't offer to fly to New York and save me, didn't offer to take me to the hospital, didn't offer to send me anything. I told my grandma that I had coronavirus, and she said, I'm not going to tell the rest of the family because I don't want to worry them. And then she said, and your uncle started drinking again. So I think things are not great there. Are you guys good? This is so fun. I think it's really important, though, during this time to be very sensitive of others. You know, like it's always important to, like, wake up and be grateful for what you have. For example, one of my coworkers is actually having a really hard time in quarantine. She was actually cheating on her husband with this, like, super nice guy before all this went down. And now she's stuck at home with her husband. And honestly, my thoughts and prayers are with all the people, all the mistresses out there who are separated until possibly September at this point. It's really sad. I'm from the South. I don't know. Do you guys know what Arkansas is? It's in the South. I'm from the South. I like being from the South. It's a little weird, though. I grew up super religious. Like, everyone I knew, like, growing up was super religious. And I found out recently that this girl I went to middle school with has started praying for me. So I started doing cocaine for her, you know? And she's actually a pastor, so it just goes right up. Are you guys doing drugs during quarantine? They're kind of hard to come by. Woo! Definitely doing some edibles, but then it really just takes you to a dark place. So I'm not sure if that's the best idea. What upsets me most about the quarantine and coronavirus is that I quit Juuling in January just to die from the fucking coronavirus. Okay, it's like I would have been Juuling this whole time. You know, I love Juuling. I got super addicted to it. The thing about Juuling is it's like a cigarette, but you take the conversation out of it. It's amazing. You don't have to talk to anybody. It's so funny because, like, Juuling was invented for people to stop smoking cigarettes, but I never even smoked cigarettes. I just immediately started Juuling. And a lot of my friends did this, and I have decided to blame the DARE program for this. Do you guys know about the DARE program? Yes. I don't forget what it stands for. I feel like the DARE program had us out here like bullying cigarettes so hard. Like if one kid's parents smoked cigarettes, we would like run up to the kid and be like, "Tell your mom to stop smoking cigarettes," and the kid would be like, "My mom works 4 jobs, please leave her alone." And the instructors were like, "He smells like cigarettes. Bully him." It's funny. Have y'all been watching porn? I've been watching porn, but I like to watch porn for feminist reasons. You know, I just think the women are so brave and inspiring. You know, these women will just like walk up to their stepdads and convince them to fuck them. And I can't even convince regular people to fuck me. I'm just in awe of their bravery. You have to be really brave to try to fuck your stepdad. I don't know if you guys have tried this yet, but it's a very high risk, high reward situation. You know what I mean? Like you just have to like go into the kitchen with lingerie, hope that the mom's not there, hope that the brothers aren't there, ask the dad, and he'll probably be like, "Oh honey, maybe later," you know. It's sad. And then that's why your first step left, probably. So this has been fun. Has this been 6 minutes?
And however long you wanted it to be, baby. And that's comedy.
All right. I think I'm good. I'm gonna hand it back to Maddie.
God, give it up for Stuart Fullerton, absolutely destroying the 2 women in this chat who are quarantined with their boyfriends and who have now understand men smell the way they do.
Oh, why are there so many little hairs?
Why are there so many little hairs?
Yeah.
What? No, you only wear Andrew only wears boxers. He does not
Tell
wear
that to Reese Witherspoon. Little hairs everywhere.
Oh,
See
big little hairs everywhere. Oh my gosh. One more time for Stuart Fullerton, everybody.
Thank you.
Of course, if you would like to support Stuart and her interests in porn, you can Venmo us at Talk Hard to keep the energy going. This has been such an amazing show. We have a few more comics left for you guys tonight. What a fun Monday it's been, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I absolutely love your comedian. She's quarantined in Brooklyn right now, as you can tell by the exposed brick. We all know. But when we're not in quarantine, you can catch her all over the city. Oh, wait, hold on one more second. Stuart, where can we find you? Stuart Fullerton? Stuart and Chill.
It's Stuart and Chill on Twitter and Instagram, and I have a podcast, Staying Humble with Stu, on Apple Podcasts.
Staying Humble with Stu on Apple Podcasts. Check it out. And let me restart my intro for the next comedian. You might know this next comedian. She performs all over the city. She's a club favorite. She's a college favorite. You know that she's in Brooklyn because of her exposed brick. For Daphne Genschler.
Hello! Oh my gosh, it's so good to be here in Brooklyn with my exposed brick. It's amazing. Wow, what a crazy few months it's been. I feel terrible. This is great. I'm sad that I can't go on vacation, which is why I wore this outfit. I look like a blackout dad on a cruise ship. But everyone on the Zoom call said I look like a therapist. I don't know if that says more about you guys than about me. I think that's why we're all in therapy, right? Oh my gosh. I actually tried online therapy last week, and I deleted the app 2 days later because I was like, this is doing nothing for me. Like, it's just some bitch not responding to my text. I'm like, that's the reason I'm here. Like, are you insane? Oh my God. Yeah, we're all on social media. I keep accidentally walking into people on Instagram Live, which is really awkward. I feel like I just walked in on my parents having sex. I'm just like, oh my God, where's the join button? Hey. This sucks. Everyone who doesn't live in New York, I'm so sick of it. They're like, how's New York? Is New York crazy? New York's insane, right? And it's like they're like masturbating while they're asking this question. I don't know. Really absurd. I feel like everyone wants to hear that like we're all shooting each other at the grocery store or something. Like, no, we're fine. Everyone's drunk and making bread. Like, okay. I think that's the reason New York's really fucked up. But yeah. I've gotten really hairy, like my mustache, my armpit, leg hair. Like I just want to go back to the salon, you know, because I need to get my eyebrows off my nipples. So, yeah, it's rough out here, guys. Thick eyebrows. I have thigh brows on my boobs. All I do is FaceTime now. All I do is Zoom. Are you guys doing family FaceTimes? Yeah, doesn't that get old after 5 minutes? Oh my god.
They're awful.
It's just like being together in person. There's no difference. Yeah, I had a family FaceTime for my sister's birthday. Her birthday was on May 9th. Yeah, 5'9", or as some guys call it, 5'11". I tweet, yeah, some of you guys know this. I did that the other day and it went viral. And let's just say that I know who all the short, angry guys on Twitter are. There were so many angry replies. It was crazy. I was like, wow, am I at Bagel Boss or something? This is so scary. The tweet got reposted on this Instagram meme account, though. So I called my mom and I was like, Mom, I know I didn't go to Harvard and I know I didn't become a lawyer, but I got reposted by the Savage Post. So you should be really proud of me. Yeah, it was fun. Now I'm really anxious. I have like new followers and I'm like, oh, you guys are all creepy. Is that how it goes? I don't like it. And I couldn't even enjoy going viral because I picked a fight with the guy I like. So that was making me sad. And yeah, everyone's virtual dating. I can't, why? Like, how do you cancel like a virtual date? Like, oh, sorry, I have to work overtime, my depression and anxiety schedule. So it's hard. I had one FaceTime date and then we never talked again. And I was like, oh, things are back to normal. Okay. Nothing new, you know? This whole thing has me thinking about past relationships too. Like I reached out to a few exes, but then they stopped responding. So I was like, okay, fine. I'll talk to guys who like me. So whatever. I talked to this one guy I hooked up with a couple years ago who stayed at my house. And the morning after he woke up, he was getting ready to go, but then he fell and dislocated his shoulder. And I had to like help him and I was like, I get what you're doing. It's the whole leave the arm behind technique. It's a classic one, you know, like guys brag about popping cherries, but I'm here popping sockets. So yeah, queen stuff. I'm really horny, guys. I'm thinking about going on chat roulette naked. It's bad. I sometimes wake up. This morning I woke up and I just like imagined getting railed by some guy who like doesn't know what he's doing, you know, where he's just like jackhammering and then you get whiplash on your neck from like bouncing against a mattress. And I was like, that sounds so hot. It sounds amazing. I was legit eating baby carrots the other day and I was like getting turned on. I was like, I needed to like perform. I was like, I need to worship this baby carrot. So I put my ponytail on, you know, I was like, I need to like make this an event. So it's a really dark place. So I think I should just re-download a therapy app to get me out of here. And I think that has been my 5 minutes. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been 6 minutes. Oh my god.
That was 40 minutes in my eyes.
Same here.
I was so engrossed. That was amazing. Clap it up for Daphne Genji.
Yay.
Oh my gosh. Is she horny or what? Baby carrots. What is that? A clit? Okay. Anyway. I feel like there are kids watching this. So, Daphne, where can we find you? What's your Twitter handle and how can we find this viral tweet?
Well, if you haven't found it by now, it's at OMG It's Death. OMG It's DEF. On my Instagram and my Twitter. So
perfect. We look forward to checking out your rising fame on the Blue Check platform. Oh my gosh. And if you guys want to give Daphne some money for going viral and for feeding 200,000 people's brains, you can Venmo us. Talk hard. and we will all benefit from her viral tweet. See? That's socialism right there. You guys wanted it, right? Anyway, we're gonna keep the show moving. We got 2 more amazing comedians for you guys tonight. Are you ready? Are you excited? Your next comedian, oh my God, you're gonna love her. You may know her from Manhattan, growing up in the city, and now she's back in the city. But she might go to Cape Cod because she has a girlfriend who is on Broadway. Okay, you're gonna love her. You can fill in the blanks there. Give it up for Ashlyn Salzano.
Thank you so much. Give it up for Maddie for hosting. Give it up for yourselves. You all look like you showered for this. Great. You all look clean. So how you guys have been doing with this quarantine? I mean, I don't know about you, but it's been making me think about some life changes. Right? I went on a walk the other day, and I was like, man, do I thank God? I'm like, it's bad when someone who's gay is thinking if they thank God enough, right? So I was like, man, do I thank God enough? And I was like, yeah, I do. Like, I thank God for reasons that, like, I shouldn't even be thanking. I'd be like, oh my God, thank God I went to bed early and I woke up so early this morning. I'm like, I walk into a pizza shop and I'm like, thank God there's pepperoni pizza. Like, I'm thanking him for things he's not even pulling strings for. Like, I'm like, this motherfucker has let me down. But I was in the suburbs, as Maddie said. I was at Cape Cod for a while. And I've been hearing a lot of people are thinking of leaving New York City. Have you guys been hearing that? Like, now because of the coronavirus? Especially like a lot of comics, which is the best thing the coronavirus has done. And I was in the suburbs, and I gotta tell you, it's no different. I saw this. There's still some randomness. I saw this turkey just in the middle of the road, right? And it was trying to cross the street, and this car honked at it, and it turned around and went, blah, blah, blah. How is that any different to any homeless man in New York City? I don't know the difference.
Makes you think.
Clap it up for yourselves if you're in quarantine in a relationship. Clap it up for yourselves. Okay, sorry, Daphne and Maggie. I'm sorry. Clap it up for yourselves if you haven't killed your partner. Clap it up. Yeah, right, all right. So this thing that said living with your partner is like living with your best friend. And I think living with your partner is more like living with your best correctional officer. I like to play a lot of Xbox. I've been playing a lot of Xbox during this quarantine. Anybody else?
No.
And you all call yourself bisexual liars. But I've been playing a lot of Xbox, and every time I turn on my Xbox, it makes a noise. It goes, boop. And then my girlfriend makes a noise, and it's more like, no! Like, you can't talk to me like that. Like, if I play for too long, she'll just, like, pull the plug and be like, lights out, inmate. I'm like, excuse me? What did you call me? Ooh, I got a whoa. But yeah, so I've been quarantined with my girlfriend, and we had to quarantine with my brother and his girlfriend, too. And we were playing this game called Heads Up. You guys heard of it?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm glad we're all cool.
White.
What? Say it again?
We're white.
No one noticed. Like, all your problems.
Guys,
So we were,
calm down. This is a public.
playing Heads Up, and we were playing like adult Heads Up, right? Because we're all adults, and it was my brother's turn to like guess the word, and his girlfriend had the phone on her forehead like you do, and no, it was the other way around. My brother had the phone on his head, and the girlfriend had to guess. So my brother was like, the word was orgasm, and yeah, you know how it went after this. And so then my brother was like, so then my brother's girlfriend, her name is Gabby, and she was telling him, it's my favorite thing to do. Like, it's your goal. Like, it's like, you do this, and then like I do this, and then that's like the goal of sex. And he said, gag. Said gag. So I threw my phone out the window, and I was like, shut it down. I'm also absolutely like, since we came back to the city, we're quarantined like next door to this couple, and like this New York, so you can hear everything, right? So the couple was arguing. Their name is Alex and Breezy, and they were arguing like really loud. So I did what any decent human being would do, right? I put my ear to the wall, and I heard them arguing. And she was like, "So you went to a hotel with her, and you don't know what happened?" He's like, "No, I blacked out in the entrance." I was like, "Man, this is going south." And he was like, "I blacked out in the entrance." And she was like, okay, Alex. So you went to the hotel with this girl. You went upstairs. Did she suck your dick? And he was like, no. And she was like, Alex, you went upstairs with her, and did she suck your dick? He was like, no. She was like, Alex, I'm gonna ask you one more time. Did she suck your dick? And he was like, I don't know, maybe. I was like, fuck, I'm about to live next to a ghost. He's about to kill this motherfucker. I'll scratch that out. Thanks, Megan. Thanks for the laugh on that one. How much time do I have left?
An hour.
Okay, so this one time when I was in third grade.
3 minutes? 4 minutes?
4 minutes?
You've been on for like 4 minutes.
I've been on for 4 minutes? Okay.
Do
Felt like a lifetime. So since I've been in quarantine, I've been like watching a lot of thriller movies, like, you know, haunted house movies. And then also thinking about like moving to the suburbs. I'm like, fuck no, because those houses are always haunted, right? And it's like I'm not like, it doesn't bother me that they're haunted. I just hate that people move into the house knowing that they're haunted, right? Like the real estate agency and shit. People like, oh, if you walk through this nice hallway, there's 5 closets with French doors and French windows in the kitchen, and you can see the in-ground pool where the kids died. So like, excuse me, like what? There's always like a tire swing too by the tree, like where the kid hung himself. All right, this is dark. I think I'm gonna end it there. Yeah, you can follow me at Ashton Salzano if you like me, and if you didn't, you can follow me at Stewart and Chill.
We'll see who gets more followers from that.
Any publicity, darling.
Oh my gosh, clap it up for Ashlyn Salzano. Absolutely crushing it. Good luck to her and her correction officer. They're both trying very hard to be positive. Tell Kate hello. If you loved Ashlyn, you can Venmo us at Talk Hard, and we'll make sure to steal all of her money. Oh my gosh, we have one more comedian. This has been the best hour of my life. My life today. And we have one more comedian. You're absolutely gonna love her. Are you guys ready for your final comedian of the night? I can hear ya! Oh my gosh, your last comedian. She's quarantined in Brooklyn as symbolized by the exposed brick. I have a theory that her and Daphne are in the same room, which means that the only 2 people in this, besides Maggie, who are not in a relationship, are in a relationship with each other. Knives out, bitches. Okay, so give it up for your final comedian, Megan Frey.
Do I wave? I don't know.
Wave.
Well, I've already ruined it. I'm sorry. Everyone give your money back. I'm actually in the Upper West Side, so...
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, excuse you. I'm a millionaire now, so... Sorry, I came out a little... I was listening to Drake before this, so I'm a little amped up. But do you guys listen to Drake? I don't know. Okay. Wow. Was that too good of an opening? Are you guys intimidated?
I'm not making my seat.
3 lesbians on the show. That's very progressive of you. Thank you, Maddie. I'm a straight woman, but I think you have another lesbian guest coming up, right?
Oh yeah, Ellen's coming.
Oh my God. Okay, if we can be thankful for one thing, it's this quarantine. It's that Ellen has finally been canceled, right? We finally destroyed her. She's finally dead. I hate Ellen. And I have for a while. I hate most celebrities, I've realized. I think I just need to go to therapy. That's what it is. But I don't know. I went to a therapist once in New York. This is a new joke, by the way. But I went to a therapist once in New York, and it was $250. You guys go. I'm just talking to my screen, I guess. But we'll talk to the other. I don't know. I'm like, this crowd is dead tonight. What's going on? Well, you're giving me nothing. I'm joking, but I really am sweating. Yeah, I went to a therapist once in New York, and it was $250, and I'm a millionaire, so it's fine. But it was still, it was really annoying, and I called her. I can't afford that, obviously, and I called her. I was just annoyed because I talked to her for like 30 minutes about how annoying my roommates were, and then I just had to give her $250, which was frustrating. So I called her. And I was like, hey, can I get a sliding discount or can I get anything? I super can't afford that. Can I pay less than that? Can I pay you like, I don't know, every other week or something? And she was like, no, you have to pay the whole amount. And I was like, okay, I'll just get better, I guess. And I'm perfect. I'm sweaty, but I'm perfect. I'm just laughing to myself. I don't know. I'm quarantining with my girlfriend right now, which is nice. I don't know. We do yoga every morning, so we're both white, obviously, if you couldn't tell. But it's super nice. I had no idea how out of shape I was, and then the woman on YouTube is like, "Can you touch your toes? Can you stretch your legs out and touch your toes?" I'm like, I can't make it to my knees, but this is just a personal struggle. You don't feel bad for me, but sometimes you just have to take a breath when you're on stage, you know.
Okay.
All the comedians are texting me that they know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know. It's just such a weird time. You guys notice that? How weird of a time. I had no idea. I walked outside today and I was like, wow, it's weird outside. But I don't know. My girlfriend and I are watching The Sopranos and The Avengers, and we were watching all of the Avengers movies, and they are super conservative. Did you guys know that? It's just paid for by Dick Cheney, basically, every movie. It's crazy. They're really good, though. I hate it. And I'm like, I feel like such a nerd. I'm laughing at all the dumb little nerd jokes. I'm like, ugh, Tom Holland, you're so funny. But I don't know. It's weird talking to other people because I haven't done it for a while. I think I'm gonna leave quarantine really disturbed. I'm realizing right now in this moment. I thought I was fine, but I'm not actually. Ashlyn, I thought you would laugh at that. I'm very sad. That's so much for lesbian solidarity, huh?
Yeah, seriously. Why don't leave your girl hanging?
Yeah, Jesus. Is Cape Cod a suburb? Really?
I don't know. It looks like it.
Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to come at you like that. That was aggressive.
That's all right. I deserved it. I didn't laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Retribution if you don't laugh at my jokes. You better keep that in mind. I don't know. It was funny, like watching people get so sad about all the trips that they couldn't take because I never leave New York, and they were like, "Oh no, I can't." Isn't that so sad? None of us can leave the city for like the next 8 months. I'm like, "Oh no, I can't go to Greece anymore. That's awful." And it's not that I'm like I don't love the city that much. I'm just too lazy to go. But I don't know. Should I talk about being a lesbian more? What do you guys want to hear? I just forgot that there's a whole other group of people watching the video right now, but
Don't acknowledge them.
I'm sure I don't want to break the fourth wall in comedy. That's against the rules, I think. Why is my voice? I don't usually sound like this. Something's going wrong with my voice.
It literally sounds exactly like you.
Oh, this is just how I sound. Damn, that's a bummer. I don't know. I'm lucky enough to still. I'm lucky enough to still have it. I don't like my job very much, and I was looking for another one before this all happened. This whole strange new thing that we're doing. I mentioned it's weird. That's a weird time, right? Actually, okay, I'm not gonna. Okay. I don't know. I was studying for law school before this happened, and someone yesterday asked me if I was still studying, and I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Yeah, I still get up every single day and I study for law school for when this is over in September. But I don't know. It's I don't know. I'm not excited for the summer. I hate summer. Do you guys like summer?
Woo!
the palest people in here said, no. I hate summer. It's just hard because I'm a masculine lesbian and I don't like Bermuda shorts or cutoff t-shirts. And that's all they give us to wear. They gave us 2 things, 1 thing for each, for your upper and your lower. And they're like, you guys are good, right? You don't need anything else. It's my girlfriend didn't believe me. And then she was looking we shop for each other now because we're just that gay. And she was looking for stuff and she was like, oh, actually you were right. They don't have, and I'm like, I've been telling you this first. It's very annoying. It's hard to be, aside from all the male privilege, it's hard to be a masculine lesbian. But I don't know. It's also annoying because most people think that I'm a man and I'm 5'8". So it's annoying that most people think I'm a short king rather than a slightly taller than average woman. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm gonna leave you on that highly related. Okay.
Oh
Thank
my
you guys.
God. Give it up for Megan Frank, the tall lady. Oh, we love her. That's our last comedian. If you like Megan, if you like Ashlyn, if you like Sarah, if you like Maggie, if you like Stuart, if you like Daphne, if you like Maddie, plus at Walmart, we are out of work but still performing because we love the craft and we're married to the game. This has been such an amazing show. We're here every Monday. And of course, we couldn't do this without the Outer Loop, which has a show every Thursday, which is Talk Hard, which you might know at 8 p.m., which you can also see some of us on a regular basis. Okay? So thank you one more time. I hope everyone has a safe end of their quarantine for the next coming year. I need to say. Does anyone have any final words?
Thanks, Michael.
Thanks,
Thank
ladies.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna disconnect you now.
Okay.
Bye.